What's up, everyone? It's your host, Chris Holmes, as always, and this is another fantastic episode of Street Topics where we keep it raw and hit on some topics that people are afraid to talk about, but we bring that barbershop and not that much more onto the screen. It's your host, Chris Holmes, and today I have my guest by the name of, let me know who you are.
The J, the A, double SIEM, Jasim from
Hey,
In the Trenches.
hey. So today we may get under some people's skin as always. I mean, that is pretty much what we come here to do. That is the normal protocol. But we are going to discuss about technology and more so are we too dependent on technology nowadays? Is it helping us? Is it putting society behind? What's the trends that's going on behind this? So he started laughing. Y'all, he already started. He giggling. The thoughts has just started rumbling like a thunderstorm. We about to hear some. Oh,
Well, what's your take on it before I say anything?
he trying to be modest, y'all. He trying to be nice. To me, I love technology and some of the advancements and things that it's done for us, but,
Mhm,
but, as
mhm.
society and also when it comes to learning or even hell in common sense, we have took several fucking steps backwards. It's like we don't even know how to wipe our ass nowadays because if we need an app for this, you need an app just to wipe your ass now. It's like we don't know common sense or even like the regular things. Like we would
Mhm.
use Wi-Fi. If we lost the internet, everybody be in a panic. And not too long ago, there was no such thing as the internet in existence. And we lived hell. Before that, they didn't even have the fucking internet, no TV and all that. It was I'm just saying overall, we have moved backwards when it came to come to using this. Technology
Mhm.
has advanced, but this is the main corporate of everything. We have took several steps back.
Hmm. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna put it like this: technology has its place,
Okay.
but even though
What's the but?
technology has its place, it is to the point where people are taking that technology and using it outside of its place. And this is what I mean.
Say what?
Oh yeah, yeah, most definitely. So we're gonna be real and raw as
Yeah.
what's here, real and raw, is technology is no more than a handicap to a lot of people in this world. And what I mean by handicap is very simple. People depend more on technology than using their head, and they don't realize that the computer, everything they need to know, want to know, and figure out is all in your head. It's chemically in your head, which is your brain. And so when you use something that's
Some people don't know how to use that
non-chemical,
brain.
that's my point. You have a whole lot of dumb ass motherfuckers that don't know
Oh
how to think.
shit.
And because they don't know how to think, they use technology. And then the technology, when the technology is smarter than the creator, what does that tell you? That tells you how dumb people are becoming. You go to a grocery store and say that the power is out or whatever the case may be. And I've seen it several times when there's no cash register to be used because there's no power. What do people do that's
Okay, okay.
working in?
I hear. Okay, so
They shut
I'm,
all that shit down.
I'm
So they shut the
but
shit down, but
okay.
they don't know how to count any fucking money back, just like the old days when you knew and taught
Oh.
how to count money backwards using your fucking brain, which is the first
Oh.
computer, the best computer,
Oh,
the
yeah.
only computer. Now you using something synthetic. It is not any difference in dumbass motherfuckers talking about they want to get healthy, but they taking synthetic medication that's causing more problems, more harm to their body than it is good.
Okay,
It's
so
not the same.
all right, let me go ahead and play this because I know there's several sides. But what about how technology has advances in so many ways? So we have
It's gonna
shortened the
advance your
time.
damn way right out of a fucking job. I
But
have
you
seen
you have
robots
people out
feeding,
here that look.
feeding.
You had people
Man,
out
I've
here
seen
that look.
robots feeding
Technology
animals
can make
in the
things
farm.
faster,
Hey,
safer.
want
time, make
a
us
job.
more
You
convenient as possible. And we be
come on, man. These folks ain't gonna have a job, and they so dumb they ain't gonna get a job. So they gonna be right there on the streets, homeless or working, and they gonna take their job in McDonald's because now you can go up to a screen
Hey,
and
but
pick what you
man,
want. And
they're
how do you
saying like,
have
look,
all
they
that?
like, look, everything's at my fingertips. I have a smartphone. I can apply for jobs.
Yeah, the
I mean,
phone
I
is
have
smart,
all.
but your ass is dumb. That's
Well,
why they call it a smartphone.
I'm trying to stay in character, y'all. But look, I have to teach some of the other older generation how to use this technology. We are in a new modern day society. Nobody uses this old junk anymore. I mean, tell the last time you seen a telephone pole in operation called operator. We don't do that anymore. We got all different kind of apps
I
nowadays.
ain't said
This is
nothing about technology. I said technology has its fucking place. That's all. When you take it out of its place, that's like taking a damn man and he go around and say he a woman, but his DNA says he's a
oh
man.
shit now. Oh shit.
You out of your character. Or a woman walk
Oh
around,
Lord.
want to call themselves as a man, but they still like the same form of sex as if they wasn't trying to flip everything around.
Now hold up, wait a minute. Does that have anything to do with technology? We talking about technology, man. They can do as they feel.
Uh-huh. You do as you feel, and you look like a goddamn fool, and you dumb as shit. You don't have no job, no education, and then you depending on technology. When you could get tips when you were delivering food, when you get tips when you doing cab service, now you're gonna have technology where the vehicle is doing the automatic driving. So where are you gonna make your money from? How are you gonna make your money? Hell, if you talking about selling weed and everything else, shit, they gonna put goddamn robots like they was feeding farm animals and everything else because they eventually gonna be replacing the military because these sorry ass generation of kids don't want to step up and do shit.
But why? Look, we can operate everything from our home base now. Don't you understand that we
And
can
that's
use
because
our
because the new generation are a bunch of pussies. They scared. They
shit
scared to
now.
step out of their damn circle
Not the
and to
damn.
be
You can
men
caught
and
them
to
with their
be
head between the
women.
legs now.
They are scared to be men and they scared to be, women.
What's
They
your
want to
definition?
they
Okay,
want the title,
I,
but not the responsibility.
I get okay. You know what? What's your definition of a man? Because I'm pretty sure there's probably some people heated. What's your definition of a man in modern day?
Definition of a real man is when you take care of your business, you know that you're a man, and the fact that you stand up for what's right and not wrong. And when you stand up for what's right, listen to me, when you stand up for what's right, even if you have to stand by yourself, you have morals, you have principles that align with what's right, not what you feel or what you want it to be, but what it actually is. It's the same fucking concept as if somebody is in the legal field. You go by
I
the law and you don't go
I
by your feelings. It's the
understand that the newer generation we're saying that
new
we
generation can't even wipe
understand this.
their
We
ass. They
just
still
take
at home with their
we
mama,
just use
sucking on their mama
technology to
titty.
be
That's
more
that's that's,
efficient.
that's all they doing. They still sucking on their mama
We
titty.
just use technology to make things more efficient. We ain't over here just roughing ourselves up.
You take
And
all the
after
tech.
y'all
Okay,
are retired at an
and I
early
give an
age.
example. I give an example. You have China come over here and wipe everything out with no technology. See how many damn kids that commit suicide because over a goddamn video game and being and not having their cell phones and being on technology. They would not be able to last a damn week without bitching and complaining, and a damn show wouldn't last a whole 30 days in a month if they had to survive out there in the woods or had to survive improvising how to survive because they ass don't know how to do shit. They think everything they see right now on TV that's on technology, that's part of technology, or what they see on video games, that's how the real world is until it slaps them in the fucking face and then they cry like a little bitch to their mom and they suck their mama titty while she's rubbing their
Oh
head
man,
and
there's a
saying
whole
it's
lot of myth that's
okay.
gonna be spread all over the place, dang.
So, and I'm old school. A real man don't put up with that shit. A real man handles the business and see things for what it is, not for what they want, because they know and how to attack the problem to make sure the problem, and with that problem, they devise that solution to
Okay,
that
so I'm gonna
problem.
throw you a counter argument, and I've heard this from high school students. They say like, okay, we lose all energy, electricity, and everything, and much more. We have so many systems in place that it may be bound down temporarily, but we will get back to operation because we have backup generators or other alternate methods until we can get back to what we were doing modern day. There's no way that we're going to go back to using old school let's say methods when we have advanced so much further than that.
Okay, so my argument to that is bullshit. Because why is it ever so often China is attacking United States cyber, the computer, which is the technology? Why are they always attacking? So evidently, to give you an example, AT&T went down, but they're saying it's a solar flare. Last time I checked, I didn't see no fucking solar flare. Last
Shit.
time I understood before this shit happened is they were already saying in 2024, China, they were already known that China would be doing cyber attacks on the United States. So,
So you okay? Are you saying that China has something to do with us using connection through AT&T and
man,
other service providers? I need to see some proof behind this.
okay, so the materials, right,
All right.
that they use for the internet, right?
Okay.
Where they get the materials from?
Can't do that. You can't.
People that have solar panels, the materials to make it, where are they getting it from?
He done threw the whole trader out and logistics on us. Oh shit. I'm trying to stay my role on this one.
They're getting it from China. And where is China
Okay, so
getting
we
them
have
the
okay, so
resources to
but we
make
have
it?
American factories and things. I'm pretty sure we can use some kind of
How
technology.
can you use an American factors when American people are lazy as shit?
We got some
Why
old
did
traditional. We got some old traditional workers. We still got some old school people like
why
you. You're
is
still
it
that's still in charge.
no
Come on now.
man?
We come on
Think
now.
about it. Why
You know
is
we
it
got some
that
Republican
American
states that like.
people purchase foreign vehicles and don't buy American vehicles? Why is that? Because the quality is better.
We still got. I mean, people Texas like to be saying 40, the best in Texas. What about some of those manufacturers and much more?
Ford is good, but where are they getting their parts from?
Ah, shit, he hit this one.
United States have gotten to the point where every part and pieces on a vehicle or in technology is coming from the outside. It's not created on the inside.
Okay,
So
so
we're dependent on everything and everybody else. So when you speak of technology, if you're really looking at it in a logical manner, or the possibility that we're screwed, and the fact that when
well,
that
I'm pretty
happens,
sure, like when it comes to trades, we have some things that are made here in America that China needs from us as well.
okay. But when was the last time you looked at how much import and export United States does with China and vice versa?
Okay, I'll give you that one.
I mean, we can go ahead and look it up. I'll look it up right now. Import from China.
Okay. Hell, shoot, I'll look my damn self. Let's see. Since we on street topics, I'm curious to hear this number. Drum roll.
Mhm. Let's
I'll
see.
go ahead. Let me give you some.
Importing from China on wise.com, it has a list. Importing restrictions but it says where is it? It says use tax cost to import. How to most people shop at Alibaba. They have that,
Alibaba.
and the face mask people buy come from China. Security cameras, jewelry, clothing. Majority of clothing come from China. Okay, cooking appliance. Then you have home decorations. You have accessories for phones.
Hold on, let me try to pull up some stuff from we sent to China. I know we got to send something over there.
So U.S. goods import from China totals $536.3 billion in 2022, and that's up 6.3%, which makes that higher than it was in 2021, which was $32.0 billion. So who is dependent on who?
I also seen something from New York Times real quick. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and pull this up since we're on this topic right here. Hold on.
And let's look at it in reverse, you know. So US export to China in 2022 only 154 billion, which was only went up 1.7% from 2021. Come on now. Which one is getting screwed?
Okay, so I'm gonna pull this up as well. So you see this too as well. All right, you have yours, and then we have in a trade agreement. I know this is in the not too long ago with former President Donald J. Trump in
Mhm.
January 2020. China he's committed to buying an additional 200 billions worth of American goods and services over two.
Mhm.
So,
So United States is buying more from China than China buying from us.
what I see right here it says Chinese leaders are committed to buying an additional 200 billion. Where's your? If you can send your link, text it to me so I can pull yours up as well.
I sure will.
He said, "I sure will." Because a
And
lot of
and
times, like
this
when it comes, especially when it comes to economics, and this is definitely including technology, like we're always going back and forth with them to be like the most dominant country of the
but
economy.
but the
We
link
are
that
the
I just
greatest.
sent you is from the office of the United States Trade Representative. That's the link I sent. And then if you go back and look at
Pull
I'm
it
gonna
up
show
real
you the
quick
other link.
so the audience can see this as well. Oh, he pulled straight from straight from the Gulf.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Oh,
and then I'm gonna show you the next one. Now you can't now those are reliable resources in regards to trade, how much United States in import and exports in relations to China.
oh,
Now, regarding
damn.
to the
I'm looking.
technology,
I know you. I heard you, but damn, I had to look at the U.S. goods exports to China in 2050.
exactly.
Shit.
So, if United States was as good as we say we are, then that's the problem. We like to believe this bullshit facade saying we better than everybody. We're not better than everybody. We are so fucked up in the head to the point where our government is fucked up, where now you're having an increase of people losing their jobs, homelessness, especially with veterans, and that bothers me the most. And then on top of that, you have uh, uh, the fact of you have these lazy ass generation of kids that are a bunch of pussies where they feel like you have to give them something and they don't have to work for it.
Okay, I
Like
will say
just
this:
because
a,
I'm
a
born,
title, a good
I'm
amount
supposed
of
to get it.
generation nowadays. All right, so one of the other kind of arguments I hear all the time. This is when it comes. Okay, I know you're gonna fire off for like a fish and some hot grease on this one, but a lot of comments I hear, especially from the younger, is this: like they say, why is it so much of a problem from the people of the older generation just to adapt to now our newer day times? I'm like, we're not stopping you from using the technology. Y'all just refusing to use it, and then
No.
want to blame us for us
Okay.
because we're advancing.
No, as I stated, the problem is not specifically the technology. The problem is using the technology out of context, out of its means, its purpose. The calculator. This.
Oh, that's basic. Yeah, basic. Yeah, go ahead.
If it's not broke, don't fix it. Because when you start making this think for you, then it makes you a dumb ass fucker because you having something else think for you. Not only that, this program and whoever the program is can program technology to say and do whatever it or
Hey,
he or she
I'm
or
trying.
company
I'm
wants.
trying to counter argument for y'all. Okay, so on this one, I
And
have to actually.
and wait,
I,
hold up,
oh, oh, oh.
because like Chat GPT, right?
Okay. Oh
You go
shoot.
on
Oh
there,
AI. Oh.
you go in there, and you ask any specific question in regards to about Black history and anything that's related of what the dominant culture has done towards Black folks in history that it's in books, but I guarantee you the AI, the program is designed it to be to the point where it's brainwashing, and you will think
Well, let's
and
put it to the
and
test. We're gonna share the
turn
screen.
around and
Let's
make
go.
it appear as if it
All right.
cannot
Let's
compute. It's
put
going to
this
say
to
something to the effect
let's put
where
it to the test. I
it's
know
going
the
to say
perfect
something
one.
to the effect of we can't do it because it's 2000 September
All right. All right.
2021,
Let's see.
or
Let's put it.
that's
I
like
got you.
a racial thing or racism thing when you're trying to find information specifically about something relating on an event about Black folks, and when they write it to downplay it, not writing it to actually what happened.
All right. So let's go ahead and put it to the test. I'm gonna share the screen since we're talking about chat. GDP and say we're going to go ahead and use Bing, which we know Microsoft Edge uses. They have their
Mhm.
own AI where they can use in a search browser. So we're going to go ahead and use that and see what we get with this. So let me go ahead and share the screen with both of us on here.
When you get
And
on
then
there,
and then and then on top of that, I'll let you tell me what to type into the search
okay,
box.
okay, okay,
We gonna do it just like
okay,
that. I'm gonna be the person be like, we need to use advantage. We need to take advantage of technology. So
okay.
I'm gonna let you. So let me go ahead and get this set up.
In fact, hold on.
Oh, he got out of the chair now.
In fact, that's we're gonna do it this way. We're gonna go this route.
Oh, what we about to do?
Okay. Now you have it up.
Yeah, it's right here.
Okay. Now you type in there, are the people in the Bible? No, what race? No, ask what race are the people in the Bible?
Oh, come on now. You doing this one? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm gonna stick to what I said.
Okay.
This is gonna be interesting. I'm kind of scared to hit enter, but let's see.
See how it goes all the way around? It won't tell you. See how it won't tell you?
The Bible does not categorize people into distinct racial
And
groups. That's
now you see my point. Now in the Bible, it talks about who? The Cush, the Ham, and Kedar.
Okay.
Now, ask where's Cush in the Bible?
And it has a spelling there because I want to miss it.
Crush. I mean, Cush. I'm sorry.
That's gonna be funny. My bad. See what?
Cush.
Should be enough. It's probably gonna be confused.
Now, the Cush is located in where? What region?
Let me see. They're saying I'm going off of just but AI saying the ancient territory below, believed to be seen located near the Red Sea.
Really?
This land is identified in the Bible with the kingdom of Cush or ancient
Mhm.
Ethiopia.
So when you look up that region and you look at the timeline, what color was the Kush? And it says in reference to what? Ethiopia,
Again, oh man, you about to make some religious people mad.
right? I,
Yeah.
you see how it avoids and brainwashes you to think a certain way. Okay, let's do another one. You ready? I'm gonna give you another one.
All right, let's go. Let's go ahead.
Okay, let's do. Hold on.
Hey, I'm on you. I'm gonna type. I'm gonna stick to what I said. I'm gonna type exactly. I'm on the newer generation saying that this you need to take advantage of technology.
Hmm.
And how
Since
y'all just old and outdated and not keeping up with the times.
okay, uh, the King James version of the Bible. Ask the question: did King James write the Bible?
Like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's saying the
Mm-hmm.
first did not write the
Mm-hmm.
King James Bible, also called the King James Version or the Authorized Version.
Mm-hmm.
However, he commissioned it.
And then ask the question: why did he commission to write the Bible?
Ooh, we going back. Okay, like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here's some of the reasons in religious context.
Mm-hmm. See how it's being general.
Of course, you see the translation disputes
Mm-hmm.
and the
Then
desire for unity.
then turn around and ask the question: was King James a homosexual and alcoholic?
Oh, you can't do that. Oh God, I'm on. What you say was King James? What?
A
Hey,
homosexual,
oh man,
alcoholic.
oh man, that shoot can't. Ooh, they're saying like some argue that the accusations are largely circular and okay. They point out that they actually defended them a little bit. They say I fathered 8 children. This seems incredible to be. Yeah, they're
So how many?
arguing that he's.
So then, how many homosexuals that are homosexuals up under the table, undercover brother, and they still got kids? That doesn't tell me nothing.
Oh God, I knew you were about to say that too.
But if you go and you study actually history in books, evidence that people have done and done the research, you'll find evidence of truth when AI is avoiding the question, being generalized, the answer to the question to brainwash people in technology that uses it and depends upon it. And this is why people using too much technology cannot write their own paper because they can't think. How can you be in high school write a essay paper
Oh God.
and you can't think? You don't know an introduction, a
Oh,
body, and a conclusion, and you don't know how to start. You don't know the elements of those three things that needs to be in the paperwork, but you depend upon technology. And when you do that, you're automatically showing that you're dumb as shit because there's no way you can write a paper and you can't answer questions in class and you don't know the answer in class verbally, but you can write a good paper. Come on.
I I'm trying my best to kind of argue with this and stay in my role, but I can't lie. Like I have seen in person where students write essays in text language, text like you're
Yeah.
texting somebody on the phone
And they can't spell.
out,
You can't spell word shit.
and they're using damn it, using AI to basically write what they need for an assignment, and
They
some
cheating
make the
because they
awful
don't want to think.
mistake of just leaving as is, even though now we having more. But we have some AI checkers that catch that if you just copy and paste it, which, but still, yeah.
I'll give you an example. I'll give you another example. All these gamers with technology, most of these gamers are dumb as shit. They might be smart in that era of technology, but when it comes to surviving, socializing, networking, common sense, how to figure out from point A to point B on their own, they're dumb as hell. This is the reason
Oh
why
man.
the military is not as strong in the United States as it can and should be because you have kids still sitting playing fucking video games, have families and responsibilities, and they cannot and will not focus on that, but they're focused on the technology of playing and sitting on their ass while they might have a child that's suffering. Child pamper might need to be changed, or they're not paying their bills right because their mother or their father is taking care of them, but they're supposed to be grown, but they're still so much into technology they can't think. So if the parent is not telling them what to do and how to do stuff, they can't think for themselves because they're so dependent on technology. So that means that there's some dumbasses that is in the military.
I give you that. Now, I will take it granted, like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a gamer myself, but I was raised with a lot of old school grandparents.
Okay,
So I'm,
so see,
I look,
but you had a balance.
I
But
would say that,
these kids nowadays ain't got no damn balance.
yeah.
They don't have a balance. These kids nowadays depend upon technology and what they see on TV and everything else. They think what they see they can do out here. You got kids that's trying to get an attitude, pulling guns out on folks just because they see it on TV and they think they can do it. But until somebody put their dick or their tits in the dirt, that's when the parents are gonna cry and say they were good kids, and they never was a good kid because you never raised them to be good kids because you
Mm-mm.
made them focus on
Account
technology
that
and
goes to
not use some
accountability
common
part.
sense.
That goes back to the famous old
Thank
accountability.
you. No fucking accountability whatsoever. If
Now, what
something
I
goes wrong, they
now what
blame you.
now one thing I will say that disturbs me is this. Now, I find it interesting where kids are more like, especially now, like they want to be laid back. But we have seen this multiple times on TV, and I have seen this in person. The moment that you take a phone out of a teenager's hand,
They throw a tantrum. A fucking phone. So the phone is more important than you eating. The phone is more important than you having a place to stay. The phone is more important than you getting a job so you can pay your bills and have gas money. The phone is more important than you realizing you need to buy your own self a car. The phone is more important, but the phone still needs to be paid because there still needs to be a bill, and you don't know how to do that correctly and properly. But you throw a tantrum when somebody take your phone, but you're not paying the bill for the phone. You're not paying the insurance for that phone, but you throwing a tantrum because someone took the phone to make you better
or
than
in
what you
shorter
are.
words, what you're saying is you're getting mad at something that's not even yours.
Thank you. You don't even have enough money to scratch your ass with.
God damn.
So why would you get upset on a phone that's not going to make you any money? That's not going to make you any smarter.
Okay, so like while we're on this, let me don't forget about hitting on this when it comes to technology. So let's say we have natural disasters, tornado and things like this, and I'm pretty sure you'll have good points on this as well because I have mine as this. I actually go ahead and contribute in the beginning of this. I think okay, I love the use of cell phones, Wi-Fi, and all that and much more. But I'm not gonna lie, when it comes to like natural disasters, which we have no control of, like a tornado. Let's say a tornado goes straight through the middle of a town or whatever and
Mhm,
demolishes everything.
mhm,
Communication has dropped significantly, and
mhm.
we're to the point where we don't really have a like. Usually we have like the old telephone system. So even if we lost electricity, I still remember to this
Yeah, the
day where
analog
like
type phone. Yeah.
yeah, like even if we lost power, we could still get on grandma's phone and call and like, hey, what's the update with electricity? Or we can call somebody because we had those.
Mhm.
Nowadays, I know this is convenient, but if we lose that, and let's say this loses power, and like let's say loses its charge, we're screwed. We have no way of communicating unless we literally physically walk to the person now. So
No,
I
we have
love
we
the
have a way of communicating. We've always had a way of communicating. Remember, I said earlier, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
I want to hear this one because we get
How
gone away with the old school telephones.
how do you think people did in the past without phones?
Word of mouth, because that's where I'm going.
Word of mouth. What else? Through the generation. What do truckers use?
Radio.
CB. What frequency that they use that's different from the Wi-Fi?
I don't know exactly, but yeah, it's
Okay,
a different.
but you see what I'm saying, right?
It's a different frequency. Like even if you don't have power, you can still communicate that way. Okay, I see that.
And if you are a smart person and you're not dumb like these technology kids are, then you will figure out a way how to take a car battery or whatever battery to run and charge that radio to communicate. That's why the
That's
STEM
definitely
program is so smart, is so important. I mean, because you learn how things operate, so then you can start learning how to think outside the box if
which
something
makes.
happens without technology.
I'm
There's
not gonna lie.
ham radio. There's a ham radio to communicate. You know the distance of a ham radio once you get your license, at least you got to get your amateur license when you pass the test for the FCC. You know the max distance you possibly can have to communicate with somebody?
I don't even know the answers on this one. Tell me
200
yours.
miles.
200 miles. Damn.
Up to 200 miles. So dumbass technology folks wouldn't know that. They wouldn't know what the hell to do. If the if tech, If the power went out, you had no electricity whatsoever. They wouldn't know how to wash their ass. They wouldn't know what to
Hell,
do to cook. They wouldn't know what to
you
do
better
to
start
survive.
fishing, get an old school gun and stuff like that.
But
Know
most
how to start a
technology
fire.
kids do not know how to fish.
Just some coal and stuff like that, and
So
sparking the
if you
fire,
into
put in the pit.
technology, they're so used to being catered. Let's go to the grocery store.
Okay, I want to hear this one. We in the grocery store. Let's go.
That's being catered. You can grow your own stuff in your backyard if you're smart enough and you're actually willing to do that
Hell, that's
without
actually,
depending.
well, I'm not gonna lie. From me learning, that's how cities were built. You had to have some kind of art, agriculture to stay in a certain area because if you didn't have that, you couldn't stay there. You wouldn't have no
Okay.
food and anything else to advance.
And then if you wasn't so much in technology, what else happened when they were building? They started talking to each other, which is what? Networking. And then they started bartering. Hey,
I'll give
you
you
got
this.
chickens with eggs, you got meat. Okay, let's swap, you know. So that ain't got nothing to do with technology. That's about survival and common sense. So these bratty ass kids and generation, they wouldn't know what to do. And there's other things that they wouldn't know what to do. You know
I
what I
can
mean?
already. I'm pull the counter. I'm here
Can
now.
you and
They're gonna be
with
like, "Oh, we're
technology?
gonna have emergency crews and rations sent to us. We don't have to worry about all that. Come on now, they're gonna
So
send us."
let me ask you this: do you honestly feel and think if the technology of a cell phone was all around just kaput, do you think kids would know how to get from one point to another point in the woods or in the city?
Hell no.
My point exactly. Do you think they really would know how to use a topographical map or any map as a GPS or a
You know they're
compass?
gonna be like, "What the hell is that?"
Do you?
Especially if they got to open it like this. Like, wait a minute, what is this?
So, what does that say? It's not the fact that and I know some people that might be watching, listening, and say, well, they ain't been teaching it. Well, hell, it's a lot of shit that I wasn't taught, but I got my black ass up and I went and I learned.
You're not
And that's
lazy,
accountability.
but you're not lazy.
That if there's something out there that you can learn and you're not trying to learn, your ass is lazy.
Okay, so I know this is kind of going a little bit off, but when it comes to that, I will say that's more so on the parents because the parents raise kids not to actually put the hustle and bustle on their own.
You
They're so
you
used to.
I agree. I agree.
So I
But
know
at
technology
this,
caused inconvenience because they don't want to, but like that's the parent aspect too. I mean,
I agree. But at a certain point in your life, you still have a choice when you were born to do right, to do wrong, to do what you to either be lazy or be not lazy, to be a go-getter or not go-getter. That's still a choice to that individual. The parents, they mold them, but it's the individual that decide they either want to stay like that or not. That's still a choice.
I give you
So it's
that.
no excuse.
Okay, I'll give you that. So as we wrap things up, I want you to go ahead and talk to the audience and you basically tell the young generation, yeah, I'm gonna move out the way, what the hell they need to do now to get and change things up.
Change things up real easy, real simple. Get your mama's titty out your mouth. Grow up. Be a man, be a woman. Learn how to survive without technology because it will come to a day where you won't have that technology and you need to learn how to survive because old school ways are not the bad ways. It's only the bad ways simply because you're lazy. You make excuses. And it's easy to be lazy. It's easy to make excuses. But it's not going to be easy when your ass is hungry and starving. That's it.
As we wrap this up, of course, this is another episode of Street Topics. This is your host, Chris Holmes. Hey, if you have any other topics that you want us to dive into, go ahead and put in the comments, message me much more. We want to make this more engaging so we can start building this platform and start talking about the topics that you are afraid to talk about. We're going to talk about them raw. We may say a couple words. We may show some things that people are afraid to say, but that's what this is all about. And go ahead and remind them who you are and where can they find you, of course, with all your other platforms
Oh,
as well.
as I said earlier, I'm the J to A double SIM. You check me out at In the Trenches podcast live every Friday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And it's not in the trenches. This is real and raw. So it's the THA Trenches Podcast.com. So you need to check us out for more real and raw discussion. And we also be having Chris on there too. So that way you can see that other side of Chris, because he on here trying to be all pretty Ricky and sweet and
He
stuff
said
like
pretty
that,
Ricky.
but he's still a
Hey,
grasshopper.
he ain't gonna never let that go. I go get and give him a little hint of Mr. Donald Baker.
Oh yeah, yeah. When you check out the co-host Dr. Baker, he's gonna be real and raw, and he's gonna be either on the same level as I am, or he's gonna be even more. And you don't want to miss Dr. Baker as the co-host of In the Trenches. It's a treat. It's entertaining, but it's informative of what we need to know, should know that we don't know, and we fail to know.
Awesome, awesome. All right, make sure you subscribe and keep things going. This is another great episode of Street Topics. Peace, and we are out.